welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be finding out or looking into signs that someone is manifesting in you. How are you going to know that someone is manifesting in you? First of all, you'll know or see some of the signs, like for example, dreams. Each and every time you're always dreaming about this person. That is someone who is trying to manifest in you. And then secondly is that each and every time you can't stop thinking about this person. You're always thinking about this person each and every time. You can't stop thinking about him or her. That person is manifesting in you. So okay, let's go straight into this video and find out the signs that someone is manifesting in you.
Here's how to tell if you're being manifested by somebody else. The first way to tell is if all of a sudden there's flies everywhere, like they're watching you. The fly on the wall thing, yeah. Somebody's manifesting you or they're trying to spy on you. But for some people, there's a lot of flies around everywhere, so I'm gonna give you another way that you can tell if somebody's trying to manifest you. So the second way you can tell is if all of a sudden they start showing up in your dreams. You didn't do that on purpose, you didn't drop into their dreams on purpose, they just started showing up in your dreams. They're trying to manifest you, and your spirit guides and ancestors are allowing them to enter your dream world so that you can be made aware that this person is trying to draw you in. Now, this other person manifesting you isn't always a bad thing, but it's not always a good thing. So if you don't want another person to be manifesting you, here's what you do. You simply say, I do not consent to being drawn into anyone else's life.
Signs you see when someone is trying to manifest you. First, your dreams. This person may come to your dreams, okay? And I'm talking about in the most random way. Like, you don't normally think about this person any other time. It's just in a random way. Not only your dreams. Like, let's say you wake up one morning and then all of a sudden you get this urge to think about a situation that you dealt with in regards to this person. In no other moment in time, you're really going to take time out to really think about this person. It happens in the most random way ever. Another sign you may notice is like wanting to go stalk that person's page. Kind of like an energy of like craving to go see what they're doing, or like just going to their social media page just to be nosy. That's a sign that they could be also watching your page, just saying. Another sign, you'll start seeing their name. You'll start like kind of picking up their scent even. Basically, there will be stuff around you that remind you of that person.
Here are the top 3 signs that someone is thinking about you or manifesting you. Number 1, you begin to see synchronicities of numbers like 1212, 1111, 777, 555, 999, things like that. Number 2, you just unwillingly cannot stop thinking about them. They're constantly on your mind. You're having dreams about them. They're appearing. If you go places, you're starting to hear songs that remind you of them. All that type of stuff. And the last one, you'll start seeing their car, their truck in different colors, even the same color as them. You'll start seeing their names, everything like that. They're thinking about you, babe. They're manifesting you. What you gonna do about it?
They are always in your dreams. Try as much as possible to pay attention to your dreams. This person is always in your dreams. If you go to your social media, the first thing you just log into your social media, the first thing you see is just this person. Stories and everything about this person. This person is manifesting in you. And then another thing is that you cannot stop thinking about this person. You are always thinking, your mind is actually just set on always thinking about this person. That person is actually manifesting on you.
Here are some signs that someone may be manifesting you. Let's keep in mind that this manifesting can be positive or negative. It could be for better or for worse, okay? The number 1 sign that someone may be manifesting you is that you are thinking about them like a lot. We have to remember that all consciousnesses are connected. So all of our brains are connected. So if someone is thinking about you hard enough, your brain will pick up on that link and you will be thinking about them too. This making sense? The good news is, if you like this person, you will be happy to know that they're thinking about you positively. The bad news is, if you don't like this person or this person does not like you, then their negative thoughts about you will be reaching your mind. So now we're getting into the real tea, because this is how evil eye and gossip works against you. So signs that someone is manifesting you negatively through evil eye and gossip is that you are having a lot of negative thoughts about yourself, maybe even about other people. You can have so much negativity projected on you, and all of a sudden you got an attitude, you hate your job, you hate your life, you don't want to go to the grocery store. Remember, I said that all consciousnesses are connected. You got to check in to see whether that is your energy or not, because if somebody irritated with you and low-key want to fight you, then that energy is going to be projected onto you and onto your aura. Send that energy back if it ain't yours, and you go have you a good day.
Number one, that someone may be manifesting you. Here's the first sign. It's your mood starts to change. All of a sudden, you start to feel different. Maybe one day, you're very excited. All of a sudden, you start to feel a little shift. That's because you are energetically tapping into that person that's manifesting you. You're feeling their energy. Maybe they're feeling a little bit off today or on today, or maybe one day you just feel a little bit low, and all of a sudden you feel very high. You're tapping into that person's or that whoever's energy. So that's a sign that someone is manifesting you. Oh, that's the next sign. So sign number 2 is all of a sudden they start popping into your head. What about someone you haven't talked to in months? You're like, whoa, why this random person starts popping in my head? Maybe not that random. That person may have been secretly manifesting you. You're not aware of it. So you have to be kind of aware of all the different things that are happening in your life, and don't take anything like, no, that's not happening. It's possible. So that's another sign someone is manifesting you. All right. Sign number 3 now that someone is manifesting you, dreams. They start to pop up in your dreams. So do you ever notice when you have dreams about people, you think to yourself, man, I'm just dreaming about this person, man, am I connected to this person? It was actually kind of the opposite. You see, when you're dreaming about someone, they're actually thinking about you a lot. That's why they pop into your dream. Again, we're all energetically tied. So it's a connection of energy. You know, remember now with quantum physics, we first of all, in our linear mind, we see things as time, like forward, back, right? Past, future, present, past, future. In the world of reality, it doesn't work that way. Time is not linear. So you can connect with people instantaneously. It's called non-linear dimensions. That's what we exist in truly. So that's why people can pop into your dreams, and you can have a dream and it come true. You call it prophesying or foresight. It's actually just everything at once. It's not a linear structure. So when they start popping up in your dreams, boom, big sign. They're manifesting.
So you keep thinking about somebody randomly, or is it really random? If they're pulling on your energy, whether it's unconsciously or not, you can feel it, and it is one of the hardest things to ignore. So here are a few ways to know if somebody is secretly manifesting you. Number 1, you randomly think about them even when you're extremely busy. They pop into your head at the most random moments, and it's not just nostalgia, it's a very strong energetic pull. I was sitting in therapy one time, and in the middle of my therapy session, I had the most intense, naughty thought that I know wasn't coming from me, because I hadn't thought about this person in years, but they were thinking about me. So I did tell my therapist about it in the middle of our session, and luckily, because she believes in all of this, she taught me how to detach and to take my power back, and to take my power back constantly. So once I did that, the energetic pulls between me and that person stopped. Thank goodness. Number 2, you start dreaming about them even if you haven't spoken in a long time. Dreams are the first place that subconscious manifestations show up. So if somebody pops into your dream and you haven't spoken to them or thought about them in a long time, 9 times out of 10, they're trying to manifest you. Number 3, you feel emotions that do not belong to you. If you feel sad, anxious, excited, and you know those aren't your feelings, it's because those are their feelings in that moment that they're having about you. Much like my therapy one that was not cool in that moment. Yes, that happens. Yes, it is very uncomfortable. And if you are anything like me, sometimes it can actually trigger a major anxiety or panic attack. I'm telling you, it's the worst thing in the world. You keep seeing their name, their car, their initials everywhere you go. This is just another way that signs are showing up that that person is thinking about you. Number 5, they randomly reach out to you, or you have the urge to reach out to them. This is the final stage of manifestation, where thought has made it to its place in the physical world. Don't you call that person. Don't text them either.
If all of this sounds familiar, then that means somebody is trying their hardest to call you in. The question is, do you want to answer? This is where you're supposed to say no. Let me know if you want a video on how to block it or how to embrace it. As always, if you aren't following me, make sure you give me a follow. And because we don't know what's happening to this app, check me out on Patreon, where I go more into depth on topics like this in my paid tiers, but you can always join for free as well. And I will catch you guys next time.
This is how you know or can tell if somebody is manifesting you. And in no particular order. Number 1, sexual dreams. Especially if this is somebody you don't want into your life anymore, somebody you cut out, somebody you don't want no ties with. Yeah, they're definitely wanting ties with you. And I've already done videos like this before. I'm just doing it again and adding more to it for y'all. Number 2, if you randomly start coming across things that they like, whether it's their favorite team, their favorite color, their favorite food, their favorite show, like all this stuff just keeps popping up out of nowhere. You really think it's out of nowhere? Everything ain't always a coincidence. I don't like that word coincidence. Number 3, they just randomly pop up in your mind. I promise you, you could be cooking collard greens and they just pop up in your mind for just no reason. It's not no reason. They could be talking about you, speaking on you, thinking about you, doing something with you, looking at old pictures, looking at something. And this is how you know if it's a random thought or them manifesting you.
Here are 5 real signs your specific person manifestation is working. This isn't going to be a woo-woo like you're seeing their initials or their name or people that look like them or their car anywhere. Like these are like real signs. This means it's actually happening. I've actually never heard anyone say number 5, so stay tuned for that one because it's kind of funny. First one is a big one, and I see a lot of people mistake this actually thinking that it's a bad thing when it's a good thing. And that is big changes happening in your 3D. This can actually be seemingly positive or seemingly negative changes. When you first start working on self-concept and you first start manifesting a specific person correctly and it starts to get pushed out into your reality, it can sometimes look like the opposite is actually happening in your reality, where like big negative, seemingly negative change will happen, like they get with a third party, or you find out they date someone else, or they move across the country, like something like that, right? That's usually meaning you're doing it correctly and it's like initiating the bridge of incidents, but a lot of people freak out, think they did it wrong, and give up. And this can also be positive changes as well, like a random big, of course, like positive change, like they randomly reach out to you or something like that. But I think I'm more so talking about the negative changes that people deem negative that are really the sign that your manifestation is in the works. Number 2, which was my telltale sign. I always know someone's about to manifest their person when they start to ask this question, and that is when they start focusing on other things. Like, what other goals would I be doing? What else can I focus on? What should I focus on next? That is always a huge sign that you did it. You impress your subconscious mind, you know it's yours, you're set. Because if you really knew that thing was yours and you had it in the bag without a doubt, you're gonna be like, oh, well, what's next? There's nothing else to do for that. I can go focus on whatever else in my reality and go, achieve my next goals. Number 3, which was my favorite as somebody who dealt with a lot of anxiety while changing their self-concept, that is, you feel a lot more relaxed. It's super common to feel anxious when you're manifesting a person because a lot of times, a lot of our beliefs in our subconscious mind are meant to keep us safe. And when you go to change those deeper rooted beliefs that you have a stronger emotional attachment to, your mind kind of goes haywire a little bit. It kind of like throws a lot of anxiety, intrusive thoughts at you. And when you start to work through that, you start to feel a lot more relaxed. There's not as much at stake. I'm having a regulated nervous system. I'm feeling good. There's nothing to chase after or try and get. There's no time urgency. Like, it's mine. I can relax. I know that. Relax and know I am God. Number 4, this one's a little bit iffy. It depends on where you're at. You don't really want it anymore. I don't mean that like negative, like, oh, I give up. I just don't even want it anymore. Not necessarily that. More like, oh, I'm good. Like, I don't need this anymore. They drop from a need to a preference. And because we've been kind of taught wrong about what love is, and we think it's this like all-consuming, oh my gosh, I need this person so badly. When we drop it from that to like a normal, consistent part of our life where it's just like, I'm good with or without you, I'm good while you're here, I'm good while you're not here. When we drop from, that I need you so bad to like a normal, healthy relationship feeling, and they're a normal, consistent part of our life in our head, that can sometimes feel like you don't want it anymore. You don't even need it anymore. And you're calm, you're good, you're regulated, you feel whole within. And then the need for it drops. That's always a big sign. As promised, number 5, the weird one that I don't hear a lot of people talk about. This was a big one for me that I still notice. Because you're working on self-concept and becoming like somebody who's magnetic and chosen and all that, people want to be around you, right? You'll notice that Animals and kids will come up to you all over the place. You guys have to notice my cat is with me in every single video. He's always jumping on my lap, right? Anytime I go to drop my daughter off, all the little babies that are outside for the daycare center, they'll all come up and be like, hi, like all the little 1-year-olds and 2-year-olds. And that's something I definitely noticed when manifesting a person. When you start to correctly change your self-concept, everything just becomes magnetized by you, not just your person, okay? So just because your one person isn't like coming in right that second, don't mistake it for it's not working, because you'll notice it in tiny little ways that I actually didn't notice at first and then noticed looking back.
That's it for today, guys. Signs someone is manifesting in you. First of all, manifestation is linked spiritually. You've got the negative manifestation and the positive manifestation. If I'm talking about the negative manifestation, is that you find that you always think about this person, and maybe you don't like that person or you don't love that person. That is negative manifestation. And positive manifestation is whereby you are always thinking about this person, and yes, you love and like that person. That is positive manifestation. So by saying, how will you know, or how can you tell that someone is manifesting in you? It's like an interconnection. You're always connected to this person. You're always thinking about this person. If you go to a social media handle, the first thing or the first person you see is this person you're always manifesting about. If you go to a certain place where you just like hanging out or meeting your friends, the first person you meet there is this person. That is manifestation. So guys, thank you so much. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Sign that someone is manifesting in you. Let me know your contributions too in the comment sections, and bye for now.